Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today, talking about some interesting leaks and rumors that we got wind of today. So if you are a T1 fan or a G2 esports fan, this is going to be really interesting news for you if you are a fan of these teams. Now, I personally think the 2020 offseason is going to be one of the craziest off seasons that we have been accustomed to date with, because other off seasons you had like a few changes here or there, some big ones, some small ones. I think we are going to be getting a bunch of changes. Now, the LPL, the LCK, and the LEC are going to be making changes, so they have stronger teams for international events in 2021, whereas the LCS will just say they want to be better and then not do better, and then people will end up complaining about the LCS when things have been primarily the same for some years. But nevertheless, I do believe in Cloud9. I really want them to succeed, and obviously I want G2 to succeed, but right now there's been some ongoing development in who are they going to choose, Caps or Perks. So that's going to be what I'm going to be keenly interested in for the 2020 offseason, because it's really interesting to see who is Carlos going to choose. It's like some weird love triangle, and it's going to be really crazy to see who will actually pick. You guys know me. I actually want Caps, but hey, Perks is not a bad choice either. But let's get into the first leak. Leak and rumor. So as many of you have sent me, it was leaked by Effort on stream that LS will be joining T1, confirming rumors of some time ago. Rumors I've heard about this said that T1 was a good choice for LS because of his projects, which are related to player development. And then you also have the screenshot where he leaked their conversation. You can clearly see that's LS talking to T1. Now, if he's going to do player development, I think that's a really good thing. And even if he starts at player development, I think that if he ends up joining T1 later on, maybe in a couple of splits, we could see him becoming the head coach or a head analyst. You know, the sky's a limit when it comes to how seasons start. Some teams think a season is going to start off perfectly, things go wrong, then they start making some swaps. Like, you never really honestly know. But LS is a polarizing figure in the league community. I love LS, actually, despite what everyone thinks that I think about him. I actually love his analysis. I love the way he breaks things down, and he breaks things down so good for the dumbest person obviously playing that even they'll understand it, which is a skill in and of itself. Other than that, I think this would be a good thing, and you also have room in this to become a head coach. Now, I don't know if you would want to become a head coach personally. I just think that you have to kind of understand that when we're looking at player development, I've only really seen that in very few teams, given from each region, actually, in terms of player development. But the biggest standout player development regions, obviously, are LCK, LPL, and LEC. LCS still needs a lot of work in the player development department, and this is a good thing for T1. Now, in terms of broadcast, would people miss LS? I think so. But that's how broadcast works. You get new people. That's how any sports work. You get new people, and then those people leave. You get new people, those people leave, and that's how it works. So this is really interesting if you're a T1 fan, but if you're an LCK fan like I am, and I love watching the LCK broadcast when it ever does come back on in 2021. I love Atlas, and I love Valdez. I love all those guys. Those guys are great, man. But they'll fill LS's shoes. I'm pretty sure of it. All right. So let's go to the other rumor, which is the LEC rumor for G2 that a lot of people want to see. Let me go to the most updated one. Actually, there's another rumor too that I'll go into. All right, so let's scroll down to the Perks and Caps rumor, which I think is going to be right here. Rumor, things have changed. Perks could possibly not be the one leaving. It could be Caps. On the other hand, it seems Mickey is locked with G2. Then he also replies to himself, everything is unsure. I decided to tweet less about G2 because of that, so I'm just leaving this possibility open before stopping to tweet about it. I'm not saying that suddenly Caps is more likely to leave. It's just possible, and how much percent is possible, it is impossible to estimate. Carlos, oh my god. Is this the real Carlos? This is actually the real Carlos. He actually replied to him. What did he say? I legitimately don't fucking know who gives you information, but that motherfucker is high on a 24/7 basis. Oh my god. But I mean, outside of, some funny banter, it's so hard, picking who he's going to choose, because we know Perks wants to play mid. He's been very vocal about him not wanting to play ADC. Then I personally think that Caps doesn't want to go back to ADC. He wants to play mid lane. Caps has a higher ceiling than Perks, but Perks has better leadership roles and shot calling abilities than Caps does. It's going to be a really tough decision. It's going to be one of those love triangles. If you guys are fans of Twilight, which is completely garbage, I understand that, but this is just a metaphor that I want to use. It's between Jacob or Edward, right? Or in Vampire Diaries, it's between Damon or Stefan. Or in Originals, it's between Klaus and Elijah. Who are you choosing in a love triangle? You choosing Klaus or you choosing Elijah? Depends, right? And that goes with this one. Who are you choosing? Perks or Caps? I'm choosing Caps. And you gotta factor in. Leadership skills can be developed in other people. I know a lot of people think that they can't be developed in a person, like if it's too late. It's actually not true. I mean, anybody realistically can be a leader. It all takes that step forward to be that leader, And if Caps is going to be the player that they choose, that's probably what he's going to have to turn into, which is going to be a leader, right? But I think that if you want the franchise player that everyone loves, it's Perks. I think there's no wrong decision here. I just personally think that it's a very hard decision. I think most people will be okay with the decision that, Carlos will make, but, we'll have to see. Then we have one more interesting off-season rumor right here. And you actually have rumor. Xerxe is going to play for Immortals in North America, according to sources. Credit to esports Managaus that have shared that rumor previously. Xerxe is the second Origin player going to North America this offseason, with Alfari going to TL. If Immortals really want to fix their problems, Xerxe is, better than Xmithy, but he's still, the same player. I don't really understand. Xerxe hasn't been a fast-paced player since his Unicorns of Love days, I just think that it's not a bad idea. I just think that if you're going to waste an import slot on Xerxe, that's kind of not the player you want to put it into. But because he's realistically the same player, except he's more better at jungle pathing and invades and better at ganks. But he's still a slower paced jungler. So that's kind of the problem I'm having right now. But I think there will be some inbuilt synergy with Gilioto and Xerxe because they have worked together on Origin. So they're going to know what the jungle position needs and what the team is going to need for building the roster. Let's just gauge some community tweets, because normally they always have the best insight, guys. I'd rather have Xmithy if I were Immortal. Save your damn import slots for decent talent elites. You're stupid. The fuck? That's pretty much it. This is why I don't go over Twitter comments, because most people are just so fucking stupid. Xerxe is better than Xmithy. It just is what it is. But, I don't really think this is a bad idea. I think you're just getting the same player. But that's pretty much it. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace.
Hi there, guys! Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.